Well, we meet a lot of people. Young backpackers, penniless travelers, famous writers, ambitious poets, many people.
First off, they come here because they think it's this quaint old bookstore that's all rickety and, you know, books tumbling on top of one another. But what makes them come back here is the character of the place, which is Mr. Whitman.
Are you moving in or what?
Just passing through.
Passing through?
I'm
Heading from Morocco, are you?
No, back to California.
This morning we had an old fellow called Quinn Commandant who had just been off for 3 months, and he's come back for a week before he returns home.
I might stay for a few days. I'm
Yeah?
waiting for my plane.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Okay, that's perfectly okay. You do got to write a biography and read a book a day.
You have my biography on file.
Since when?
Since I stayed last time.
When was that?
It was 4 months ago.
What's your name?
Quinn.
Quinn?
Commandant. You remember me and Tim, we helped you, we made the benches.
He built us a bench, he fixed the plumbing, he's a good man to have around the house. My name's Luke Basham. I came in here on the first day I arrived in Paris and asked Mr. Whitman if he knew of any work in Paris. He promptly offered me a job and a place to stay, and I've been here ever since, and that was 7 months ago.
I help open every morning.
Oh, this one, okay, yeah.
And I've attempted to vacuum from time to time. I've done a lot of odd jobs, like cleaning up the kitchen. I'm doing this in return for a place to stay for a few days. Each day I work about an hour or more in return for shelter.
I sing the body electric.
We have Monday night readings, we have special writers come stay and live and write upstairs. We go back to the late 50s, early 60s, we had all the Beat generation used to hang around here. Ginsberg and Corso were regulars here when, before they'd published, and when they returned, they came back as, you know, literary heroes, and George treated them in that light. In fact, Ginsberg did a reading of Howl when he returned from reading in New York, just outside the bookstore, I think.
Well, he stayed here several times. He used to be a neighbor living in the Beat Hotel down the street here. It cost a few pennies a day. It cost you a couple $100 to move in there now. So he, when he come back to Paris, he'd stay with me for several visits here, upstairs.
William S. Burroughs also did a reading, Naked Lunch, outside this bookstore. Burroughs used to study up in our library. He used to study the medical textbooks. He was high on junk at the time, but kind of kept to himself. That's what Georgie mentions.
Why do you do it?
Well, I wandered the world as a young man without any money, and people welcomed me into their homes. I'd go up to the back door, ask if I'd do a little work for a meal. I started a trip around the world on foot. I planned to spend 7 years walking around the world on foot. It took me 1 year from Mexico to Panama. I was climbing a little mountain called Pinque Mesa. When I came to the top of it, it was very dark. I was lost. I saw a light. I knocked at the door, and a very pretty Mexican girl opened the door and told her I was lost, and she served me a nice meal of chicken, gave me a place to sleep.
I reckon he built this place up for quite a few reasons, but mainly so he can study humanity. Study how people react when they come to a place that's selfless, and see if they will give in return or just walk out totally dumbfounded. Most of the time they walk out dumbfounded, but they tend to come back eventually.
I don't like to take myself too seriously. I still have the mentality of a hobo, riding on freight trains, one of the common people. And I happen to have combined 3 apartments and 3 stores here to a little kind of literary utopia. That's all it is.
Shakespeare is a great place to pick up chicks.
You look so much like an old friend of mine. I almost kissed you.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, you look so much like a girl called Sidonia. Your boyfriend may not approve, but I'd like to say this. Let down your hair, little princess, I will climb up to your window. And that hat is very pretty, but your hair is even prettier. It frames your face like a picture frame, framing a picture. Yes, that's so lovely. That's nice. So you get every foolish thing I say on this microphone? You're going to inhibit all my spontaneity, I'm afraid.
It'll take an elephant gun to knock him down. George is stronger and fitter than all of us and puts us to shame. He opens the store nearly single-handedly every morning. George is a Trojan. A respectable Trojan.
So what happens to this place in case something happens to you?
I don't know.
Did you ever think about it?
It keeps me awake nights. Something new in my life, insomnia.